Hello there, it's Karen here from Turquoise Treasures. Welcome back to my channel and to working once again in our little paper bag journal. And today is about the masterboards. We're going to start using the masterboards to make some ephemera pieces, but I do have one more I want to make before I start. So this is the one we made together. I did on camera last time. So put that aside for a moment. This is the one I then made myself off camera, so it's a little bit of a different colour scheme in that it's possibly more pink than brown, I guess. This one has got more of a vintagey look to it, and more of a coffee colours in there more maybe. This one has ended up with a bit more emphasis on the pink, I think. And a few bits in there that I didn't use before. So I've got some bits of fabric on this one. I used lace on the other one. I've got a few bits of washi tape. It's just this, I mean, I've had this for years, probably one of the first ones I ever bought, this washi tape, but the colour was perfect. So there's lots of little bits of that around, just dotted about the page. And I've also got a few other little decorative pieces, not very many. So I've dipped into this little pack, which is by K & Company. I've had this for years again. And there are a few bits, like this is the piece that I've used that's got the right colours, and I thought I'll just pop that in there. And I've also used some pieces from this Tim Holtz pack. It's the wallpaper scraps. So it comes with the pieces of wallpaper and also some die cut pieces. I nearly used that, but I thought the colour was a little pale. So I've used this piece from that. And also some little strips. There was a few border pieces, so I've used a little bit there and a little bit there. I don't know if there's anywhere else. So yeah, and also a few little stickers. So I've got these little sticker sheets. I've popped a few of those around. So yeah, it was just a little bit different vibe, this one. There's a bit of sari silk here. So that's that one. And then the one I'm going to do today is going to be a neutral one. I'm going to use a whole bunch of these book page scraps and a few digital pieces, just really neutral, so that I can perhaps make so some of the ephemera pieces will all look a little bit have a bit of variety to them. So let's get started on this, shall we? I've got far more than I need here, of course. But I want to get a variety of different colours and different scripts going in this. And the other thing I think I did that was slightly different, on the first one I did very much, were they all torn edges? They were mostly torn edges using my tear ruler, you know, the one with the slightly jaggedy edge. I can't remember, I think I did the same on the front here. I think I did the back slightly differently and I did it more straight. No, this one's all torn. I can't remember now which way around I did it. I think one of them I did straight edges, one of them I didn't. But anyway, this one I think I'm going to just use my straightforward plain ruler. And make the shapes a little bit more regular, I think, just because that's a different way of doing it. So I've got a bit of script here. It's a bit of, I'm sure it's a Roxy Creations piece. So if I've got any pieces that I can just pop straight on without actually doing much with them, I think I will. So I'm just trying to get hold of it. Maybe if I do it this way round, it might be a bit easier. I'm not going to worry too much if they've got slightly jagged edges, then I'm fine with that. I'm going to take off this piece at the edge here though. So my usual way, I'm just going to lay it on, and just all over to cover the page. With some different sizes, different colours. I don't very often do things in the neutral. I'm not really a big neutral fan as such, but I thought what I could do I think I'm going to try what I'm going to do. I hope it'll work. Is actually do a little bit of stenciling off over the top afterwards, just to bring in a bit of pink and a bit of, I'm going to use some vintage photo and some worn lipstick, I think, and do a little bit of stenciling. Just pop that there like that. Right, so I think I'm pretty happy with all of these pieces. Gives it a nice variety of colours, but it's all fairly neutral. So I'm just going to glue these all on, and then I'll come back and we'll do a bit of stenciling. So I'll be right back. Right, I'm back, and this is all glued down. I think it's pretty dry mostly. I've also gone ahead and done the other side and used some bits of digi-kits of various sorts. Some that sometimes I put a print off some papers that I will think will work quite well as backing papers, just from random kits. I think this is an Artie Mays there, and one of the wedding kits or something, some Roses kit, which has got some pages that were very washed out. So I thought they work quite well as backing kits. And there's a couple of my own digital masterboards that I made specifically for backing with. So I've used those on this one. I think I've used mostly plain papers on the others. Let's have a quick look. So I've just used, this is mostly avocado dyed and coffee dyed papers on this one, and the similar on this one. So I just thought it'd be good to have something different. Right, so what I want to do next on here is do a little bit of stenciling. So I pulled out a couple of stencils, Tim Holtz ones. I really don't know what sort of stencils I want, but I thought, well, I'll use a floral one, and I use some numbers and letters and things just to mix it up a bit. I don't know if that's the one I'm going to want. I'll start with this. This is a really pretty floral one. I have no idea what it's called because I've taken them all out their packaging so I could put them on a ring. So I'm going to start off, and I'm going to use some, what's it called? Worn lipstick. Never remember the name of this one. I think that's the one I want. I'll give it a try. Up here. I don't want to do it too too solidly. I just want to kind of, just a little light covering, I think. Not really quite sure. So it's a bit of a mixture of the two. Now, I'm just wondering whether this is the right one to pop in between. I wanted a bit of a contrast, something different. Give that a try, I think. Not coming out very well. Let's try it over here. It's quite faint. It just gives a little suggestion of colour, but I think maybe it's because some of the background papers are quite dark. So maybe I'll just do a little bit of pink, just a little bit, with these. Bit of that down there, maybe a little bit down this side as well. Put a little brown over the top as well. I think the two colours go quite well together, because this is the kind of combination of colours that's in the kit, isn't it? Okay. Looks probably enough. Probably. Maybe not quite. A little bit more in the middle. All right, enough now. It's too easy to just keep going on these things, isn't it? I wonder whether I'm going to put a little bit more over there. Okay. Okay. I just think need a little something here, I think. Let's do some little lowercase bits, I think. Ooh, what that colour? Oh, I don't want to get my brown in my pink. Ooh. Okay, and some brown. Some of these numbers look back to front. No, it's just the number 5. The number 5 is back to front. Well, all the other numbers are right, but the number 5 is definitely the wrong way round, weirdly. Okay. I think I'll stop. I must stop. Right, so I'll just clean up my stencils a bit, and then we'll go and we'll start cutting things up and making some journal cards and things, shall we? Right, so I'll be right back when I've cleared up a little bit. Right, so here's the journal. I have done a little bit more decorating. I haven't finished it, but I did a few more bits of lace. I actually put this piece of it's not coffee dye, but it's coffee coloured lace, the one I got from Hobbycraft, and I really liked it when I used it in the middle. So I've gone back and I've added a few bits here and there. So I liked it across the top there because I thought it looked a little bit bare up here. I don't know if I've added any more at the beginning, but I have. Let's just quick flick through. So I put a bit down there. I think I did that on camera. Or did I? No, I don't think I did, because I only got as far as the middle, didn't I? Which is now stuck to itself. There we go. So yeah, I've got as far as here. So I've added a little bit more of this lace because I thought it looked quite nice like that. And then some more of the coffee coloured lace down that side because it doesn't really need much more than that on this pretty page. And nothing on here because it doesn't need anything, does it? A little bit lace down here and a little cluster up the top here. And that's as far as I got. So there's still a little bit more to do. But we'll do it as we go along when I get there. There seems to be loads still to do in this journal. So it's going to take us a few more episodes of these videos, I think, before we get this completely finished. But let's make a start and making some pieces to go in the pockets now. So this one has got is a top loader. I'm not going to do this one yet because it's such a small pocket. I'll do it with bits that are left over. Once I've cut the bigger pieces out, I'll be able to make things out of the leftover bits that I've cut off. So I'm wondering which. I don't think I'll use that one because it's quite similar. So I thought I might use a piece of this. So it needs to be, because I can't put this in my trimmer this way round because I haven't cut off the branding strip on these because I thought it was a waste of ½ an inch if I cut them off and ditch them, and I'm not going to use them, so I'm not going to keep them. So I thought I'd just leave it on, but it means I can only get it in my trimmer that way round. So I need that to be my height. So I need to work out how high it needs to be. I'll get a pencil. I did have one around here. Where is it? Oh, still in the pot. So it's got to go in there, but I don't want it. I want to just put a topper in here, so it can come up to about there, I think. Yeah, I think that'll be fine. And then it doesn't have to go right to the bottom. I think I'll cut it about there and see what we've got. Put this out of the way. because this will only take 12 inches, not 12 and probably only half an inch, but it just won't fit. So I'm just going to put that in there. And we'll figure out the width. Right, it's got to go that. Actually, that was meant to be that way. I think, have I cut it too short? You know, this is not the first time I've done this today. Have I got the wrong side? No. That looks... Is that too short? No, it's probably okay. I was doing something else earlier and I cut it. I made a mark and I cut it in a completely wrong place. So I have form in ignoring the pencil mark that I've made. Right, let's see. Let's try it at about there. Let's hope it fits. As long as I put on a big enough topper to pull it out, it doesn't matter if it disappears inside the pocket a little bit. Now, is that straight? Now let's get the right mark. There it is. Okay. So we have this piece. So the first thing I'm going to do, you will not be surprised to learn, round my corners. No, I think I'll do the big one, as it's a big journal card. And I'm thinking I may well sew around some of these afterwards. Not necessarily all of them, but certainly the bigger ones, and a lot of them are big, but I might not worry too much about the small ones. Okay, that is that. And I want to, I'm going to do a gale now. I'm going to do an ink and think. What I can put on here. I feel like it needs a decent sized image. Centerpiece. See what I've got that might fit. I may struggle to find anything big enough, really. This is just the first one. What did I do with... Oh yeah. So I did pull out my Tim Holtz just because I don't use them very often. These might not be the right ones. I thought I'd see if I've got anything. I think these are the solos, and I think if I'm going to use this, I think I might need a couple or something to go in the middle there. But it's got to be in keeping with the rest of the tone of the journal. Let's see what I've got. I've got some big ones here. Hardly ever use the big ones, if ever. I'm not sure I've ever used any of these ones. So let's see if I can find something that would work. Maybe not children. I think these are the wrong era. trouble is the people on, not that there's many people in this, are there? So I suppose I could do whatever I like. I wanted something in more elegant dress. That's what I was looking for. Even they might be a bit closer. They might be an option because they are wearing hats. This couple are also beautifully dressed as well, aren't they? Okay, they're a possibility. I'll just pop them there a moment. I just want to have a look at the... Let's see if I've got some others that perhaps are more in keeping, but they will be a bit smaller, that's all. Singles. Medium. I just bagged them in for different sizes, but these are way too small, aren't they? Yeah. Okay, so they're possible. The other option I have, where have I put them? I have so many things around the place. Oh, they're on my desk. Oh dear, they were actually literally over here on my desk. I have a box of some of Tina's pieces. And she's got one of her ladies, but it's an awful lot of blue. She's got pink flower. She's holding a pink flower, but she's got quite a lot of... Well, it's very pale blue. Maybe I could get away with it. Let's see. Don't think she stands out very well. I've got these guys, or I've got these young ladies. I don't think the ladies in the hats are quite right. No, they're not dressed properly. I think these possibly are better, slightly more in keeping as far as their clothes go. Still a little bit more modern than I would like, but I like the size, and I think they go quite well with the background. I might just find something to put behind them. Have a look at my doilies. Piece of avocado dyed, but that doesn't, no, it doesn't go. Maybe that one. Just half of it, not all of it. No, so that's not really going to show them up enough, is it? No, that doesn't work either. What else have I got in here? I've got a load of doilies of different colours and sizes. What about this brown one? There may be more than one here. Yes, I thought there might. I quite like the brown, especially as I've got a bit of brown in this. Actually, I rather like that. Okay, so we have, and they show up nicely there, and it goes with everything else. Okay, so we've got that. Now, what else can we use on here? Label. Let's see what I've got. Trying to find about that one, beauty and everything. So let's just check, is this on? I feel like it's on label paper. And I think I'm going to want a flower or something on there. Beauty and everything. Maybe down there. Can they stand on there? And I'm going to put something behind that and some sort of flower up the top, I think. Bunch of flowers that I've made. I think that one might work. See what else. That one. Too pale. No, I think I do like this one. Yep, I do like that. Let's see if I can find a little bit of something to put behind here. I think probably cheesecloth or maybe some lace. Let's have a look in my little box of scrappy bits of lace, if I've got one that will just go under that word or that little phrase. Long enough. Let's just see if this will go. Do I like that? Not sure. Let's see if there's anything else. I always find it quite hard to decide on things. Don't want anything. It's a little bit wider than I had in mind. I've only got tiny scraps of stuff there. Ooh, and they're just going everywhere. It's quite nice, isn't it, on there? Oh, yeah, maybe I'll do that. I'm just messing about, really. Don't know if this will work. Just thought a little bit more colour might be good. It's not long enough. That's not long enough. Is that long enough? No. Sorry, just trying to find the right colour combination here. That's the wrong pink. I think I might just leave it like that. Or maybe just a little piece of ribbon across there. I've been trialling a new way of storing my ribbons. I thought when I move I'm going to get myself a pegboard, and I cut myself out some bits of card and done slots and then fed the ribbons through, and I painted the card in the colour I wanted of the ribbon that I wanted to put through there. I thought I could just have a load of these and hang them all up from a pegboard. I think that sounded like a good idea, but so far I haven't actually got anywhere to hang them. But it does mean that they're all visible and I can see what I've got. So I did get rid of an awful lot of ribbon before, in preparation for moving, just because I don't use it very much. But since I got rid of it all, I've been using it a bit more. Isn't that always the way? Not sure about that. Bit like that. Where's the other little flower gone? Pop that there. Actually, I quite like that. So I might just do it. Should use things, shouldn't we? When we've got them. Where's my scissors? There we are. Okay, let's just cut a piece off and see if I can make it work. Yeah, you can just cut off the bits that you need. Let's pop this back through. And I've got some double-sided tape on the back to hold things in place. I don't know how well it's working. It's just a trial, really. See if I can make it work. Not sure it's going to, but you never know. Right, let's do this. Once I put all this lot on, I may not be able to sew round it, may I? Sew round it. So I think what I'll do is I'll sew round it first, then I'll add all these bits to it. So I'll be back when I've sewn around it. I'm just going to sew all around here and then come back and finish it off. So bear with. Okay, I'm back, and this has all been sewn around with zigzag stitch all the way around, and I really like the look of that. I must confess, it's now a few days later since since you last saw this. In between, we've had our lovely Queen's funeral. That was yesterday, and all the lying in state over the weekend. We didn't go up or anything like that to view it. It would be too much for me. But we did watch a lot of it on the television. So then yesterday, after the funeral, we popped over to see our daughters. We needed to check up on our little schooler to see how she got on her first full week at school, and it seems to have gone really well. So she seems to be having a good time and enjoying her school. So that's really good news. And then we went over to Hannah and George with the wedding guest book that you saw me make in the last couple of videos ago. We took it over to them, and they really loved it. I was so pleased. You're never sure. You know, they told me how they wanted it to look, and I was hoping I'd got it how they wanted it, and it turned out I did. So yeah, they were really happy with it, and I'm really pleased they're pleased. Because until you give it to them, you really don't know whether they're going to like it. So let's carry on with this this journal card. So now I've sewn around it, I'm going to put all these bits on. I've got to try and remember what I was going to do now, because I've just piled them all up here. And so I've just got to put things on, try and remember where I was going to put them. So I was going to have this across the bottom, and it's got a bit of blue on there for some reason. I think it's probably a bit of fluff, but it doesn't want to come off. Oh well. It'll have to stay there now. So that on there, that there. Then this piece of pink ribbon in the middle. And what next? Oh yes, the little label, beauty and everything. Because those girls are lovely, aren't they? These beautiful girls. So they're going to be kind of standing on the piece of ribbon, I think, like that. So it just gives them a little ledge to stand on, really. So I just need to move this up a little. And then we've got a flower in the corner. Ooh, it looks like it's... I think I might need to just move things down a fraction. The flower's looking a little crowded out now. Alright, I'll bring that down a little bit. Flower there. I've got a tab for the top, and I might put this on somewhere as well. So let's go for it. Let's start with the ribbon, I think. Put this on first. I think I'm going to try... I'll do a little bit of Fabri-Tac for this, I think. A lump of glue in the top. Alright, let's put the ribbon on. And get it kind of straightish. Okay, and a little bit of ribbon next. There we are. Okay, so now I need to just decide if this little rosette, trying to decide which way up it needs to go. This little rose thing here, where I want to put that there. Do I? Doesn't really add anything there, does it? I don't think that's it. Let me have a look in my little box of floral embellishments. Maybe I can find something that would look better. I've got all colours in here. Maybe not the colour I want, I don't know. I wonder about these little ones. This little one here, which is a kind of gold. Would that go? Something like that. Maybe. See if I can find something else. I don't think there's anything else in that box. I have another box that has some more neutral ones. Maybe something from here would work. Quite like, this is a bit bigger, this flower, that might be nice. And if I put a little something in the middle, that would be better, I think. Got a little bit of this is the last tiny bit of gold trim. I think I might be over egging the pudding here. I might save that for another one. Can't put all my embellishments on the first piece of ephemera I make, can I? Right, now I just need to find, that wouldn't look good on the middle there, would it? No. No, 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 no. That way around. I want to put something in the middle. Let's have a look. Yes. I can just get hold of it. I've only got these two left, I think. Is that big enough? I think it is. Right, let's put that on there. Oh dear, my the Fabri-Tac has gone berserk because I forgot to cover it up. So I managed to just about get the Fabri-Tac off my mat. I spent ages the other day cleaning off all the glue marks off it. It took me quite a long while, and then in a matter of seconds the Fabri-Tac was about to undo it all. But I managed to get it all off. At least I think I did. Right. Just have to remember to put the top on. Just keeps it a bit contained. There we are. Put that there. And then we just need a nice little centre for this. So although it's got a self-adhesive back, I don't think that's strong enough to hold it on something like this. Right. It would much rather stick to me than stick to the flower, I think. There we are. And finally, I'll just cut off this piece of lovely crochet lace to make a topper, so we've got something to pull it out of the pocket. See if we can do one more piece before I run out of time. Pop this in. Hope it still fits. Okay, so that's going to go in here. There we are. I'm not going to put it right in because this glue is still a little bit wet and it might get itself glued into the pocket if I'm not careful, so I'm just going to leave it there for now. And then we need to put something in this pocket here. Ooh, what's that doing there? That seems to have attached itself into the... I don't even know where it came from. I'm wondering if now it's there, whether I should pop that on. I think it wanted to be on the in the book, don't you? I might just put it there. It kind of goes, colour-wise, so why not? One little bird. I think he might be a pheasant, but I'm not entirely sure. Right, let's just spread out the glue a little bit. Right to the tip of his tail. There we go, why not? Why not? A little unexpected extra embellishment there. There we go. Are you happy now, little birdie? Right. So it doesn't block anything here. Now, what I thought, I didn't think the remaining pieces of the masterboard we just used quite went with this, but the first one, excuse me, tickle tickle, I thought this one would go better, and I want to put it about just that piece there. If I can just go there. There's my pencil. Let's see if I can cut it. So it needs to go about here and about here. Right. I might just try using the trimmer, but I think I just need to measure down because I don't think I'll be able to trim it both ways, and I don't want to cut right across in case it's not the right, I don't want to make this piece too much of a defined size. I want to have the ability to use a longer piece here, so I'm going to, I think I'll probably use my scissors for part of this. Right, I'll just get my trimmer. Now I hope I've got this the right size. I wanted it to go that way. It's about the right width-wise. Yeah, that's about right. Okay. So I think what I need to do, again, like with the other one, I'm going around the corners. Let's do that. I'm going to straighten my dodgy cutting with the trimmer. That's it, I think that's better. So I'm going to turn off the camera and just sew around the edges. I'm not going to do a lot of decoration on this, but I'll give it some thought and then we'll add a little something perhaps when I come back. Right, so I've stitched around my journal card, rounded the corners, inked it a bit, And I just thought I'd pop on one of these little lady images from Shabby Dabby Doodah, because I really like these. They come in 2 different sizes. I think this is the larger size. And I'm just going to pop a little bit of lace just to the side there. That's all I'm going to do, because it doesn't need a lot. It's quite a busy piece and it's not that big, so I just thought that would be enough to cheer it up a little bit, give it a little bit of interest. So I'm just going to put a bit of art glitter glue first of all for the lace. And then I'm just going to put this on. Alright, so that goes on there. And then the last thing I want to do is to put a little tab on the side. I had a request from one of my subbies to show you how I make my little whale tail tabs. Or at least I'm assuming she meant the whale tail. I'll show you both types of tabs that I make just using circle punches. Many of you will have seen me do this before, but I haven't done them for a while, so I thought I'd just show you for anybody who hasn't seen them. I have a number of new subscribers. Hello new subscribers, welcome. So I just thought I'd quickly show you how I make these, because whale tail punches are no longer very easy to find as far as I'm aware. So I did actually get this, I haven't come up with this idea myself. I got it from Roxy Creations quite a long time ago. And since she showed how to do it, somebody sent her a whale tail tab. So she's never done it since. A whale tail punch, should I say. But luckily, I remembered how she did it, and I've been doing it ever since. So you really only need, ideally, a 2-inch circle punch, like that. I think if you go for something smaller, it'll end up being a bit too fiddly and too small, which you then just fold in half. Like that. Get a nice sharp edge. And then you take this one, which I think is the it's the 1 inch. Is it 1 inch? Yes, that's a 1 inch. Take your 1 inch. So you take the folded edge and you have that towards you, and you just feed the corner into the middle. There's like a little tiny screw in the middle, if you see what I mean. So if you just feed that corner in, so it's above that middle, so you've just about got it to about there. Try to not let it slip, and then punch that side, turn it over, do the same the other side, do the end into the middle, so you've got like that little corner arch or arc, and punch, and then where's me, there it is, a little bin thing. So then you have this shape, and then all you need to do, just to finish it off really, is just trim off that little pointy corner, trim this one off, that corner there, and that one, and just trim that corner off as well, so it just gives you that slightly more rounded finish at the sides here. That's pretty much it. I mean, it's not exactly the same. It's an improvisation. It's another way of doing it, but it actually turns out quite well. So that was the one. So this was the one I already had. I had one like this. So they vary. You know, each time you do it, you might end up making them look slightly different. But I need to ink this one up a bit. It's a little bit bright for this card. So I'm just going to ink it up. And I might just trim it a little bit more there, just to make it more rounded. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I mean, just trim it to a shape that you like, but that's the basis of it really. It's very simple and quite effective. And then the other sort that you can also do, which I've also done those, which are dead simple, which is this one. and you just basically take a piece of little rectangle of card, whatever length you want your tab to be, fold it in half. I mean, I'm sure this is not rocket science. I'm sure most of you will have done this or seen this before. And then just take the little one again. I think I've seen Tina at Shabby Dabby Doodah doing this with a little oval punch, which also works quite well. But I don't have a little oval punch, so I use my little circle punch. And just punch out the corner. And there is a punch, there is a tab punch that does this kind of thing as well, but they're quite expensive. And you can get pretty much the same result just doing it like that. So there you go. That's using your circle punches to make tabs. And I'm going to, let's just ink this up a little bit more. And I'm going to pop it on the side of this journal card. I think this is the side I didn't do properly, wasn't it? And I'm going to pop it on here. I think it's about straight. There we go, like that. And let's put this card in the journal, and then that's it for today. We haven't really done an awful lot, but we did do our second masterboard, didn't we? Right, I'm just going to pop that in there, like so. Even managed to get the tab in the right place, which I should have really thought about, but I didn't. But luckily, it's about in the right place anyway. So there it is. Our 2 journal cards that I've done so far today, and this one is probably dry enough to go in now. I'll just quickly show you that one again. I love that. That's going to go in here. Right in. There we go. So thank you very much for joining me today for these, and do join me again for the next one. Bye for now.